Youth homelessness in Nottingham isn't always spoken about when discussing the general problem, hence why we wanted to define it. For example, many 16 to 24-year-olds can't claim certain housing benefits, despite the fact it would help greatly when looking for a place to live. Focusing on getting young people off the streets and intervening early in order to revitalise their lives is something that can be easier done when helping, say, a 50-plus-year-old who's been homeless for 10 plus years.
Young people who come from abusive homes are overwhelmingly more likely to be at risk of homelessness. In one study, 32% of homeless women said domestic abuse contributed to their homelessness. It also showed that people with mental illness are 74% likely to be homeless.
One of the largest causes for youth homelessness is family instability. This is largely fueled by drug addiction, gambling, personal crisis, or mental health. Another cause of youth homelessness is the lack of affordable housing. Families are unable to pay rent as a result end up on the streets or being looked after by the council.
For a young person to be homeless or in and out of temporary accommodation, it has huge impacts on their immediate and long-term futures. In the immediate future, there is large evidence that suggests young homeless are vulnerable to poor physical and mental health, which could lead to substance taking, self-harming, or at worst, suicide, and they are more likely, and maybe as a result of mental health, to be caught up in crime. This then impacts their long-term prospects of gaining employment if they have a criminal record, or just lacking information on job availability or experiencing discrimination from employers.
We decided this was a complex problem. The problem works through many social and economic factors which cause people to end up on the streets, and it can be very difficult for them to recover. This is especially the case for younger people, as they may have had a poor education and limited life experience, which would hinder their chances of finding a well-paid job to pay for property expenses. As well as this, they are unlikely to have enough savings in order to pay for a deposit on a house, especially with house prices continually rising.